So today's session is going to be a lot about trying to get some leg action and some twists. So part of how we're supposed to use the legs, into the ground and all that fun stuff. There's a lot about moving from right to left or back and forth. There's a lot about pushing into the ground, up and down. Some things that aren't talked about too much are how much we have to actually twist our feet into the ground, and how some of the twists start with the feet, and how sometimes when we get lots of up, we also get some pull or some rub. So I'm going to be looking at this for my own swing, which I feel as though that I get a touch of I don't get enough twist. I don't twist the feet into the ground as much as I really need to. And therefore, when my legs start to extend, they're in the wrong spot. So I'm going to hit someone talking about this. So the feeling today, which I don't normally have, is that my feet are almost like corkscrewed into the ground. I'm trying to feel like I can get some really good twists into the ground. So my feet are feeling like they move within my shoes, but I guess I'm standing on them hard enough that my shoes aren't really moving. So with all this leg action, the part that I want to change as a result is I don't want the club to swing so far into out. I don't want it to come into the ground shallow, as shallow. And I want to feel as though that when I finish my swing, that I finish with more, let's go this way, more here with my arm, not there with my arm. So when we're looking at it from this view, we're not going to look for too much of this all that much. I want to try and feel as though that I can keep shoulder to elbow, right? Like the biceps on top, whatever's underneath, that kind of has to sit down. And by that sitting down, that's going to change the way that the arm folds up. It's also going to change how far the hands can go. It's going to change the whole acceleration of the club. So I have a feeling of twisting in the feet, and then how the left arm works at the finish. Some of the best things about working on the legs and also having something that matches up on the follow through, if whatever you were doing with the feet and whatever we're doing with our grind and our push and our steps and our stomps and all that stuff and our hip turn and our chest turn and all this getting open stuff, if all of that energy and all of that work doesn't translate and lead into this left shoulder and whip into this left arm, it doesn't really matter, right? You're ultimately sitting in a chair swinging the club. So having the feeling that my left arm is kind of, not on my side, not straight in the middle of my chest, but more on the side, right? Right there. I have to feel as though that everything that I'm doing in my feet gets to that it ends up, all the energy moves its way up into that spot, and that spot, if I'm rotating the right way, is on its way out of the way. So what I do with my feet, for me, my connection is right here in this left chest point. Not the best. So we're trying to get up to the top as full as I can make this chest turn, full pumping out of the chest. And I want to try to feel at that last minute my right shoulder just pulls back a touch. And that sets things up here. And now from here, I'm trying to really feel as though that I'm using the right amount of twist and push in the back foot, and then the right amount of twist and push in the front foot. So it felt great that that was way into out. I can just feel that thing loop. 9.5 degrees into out. That's an issue. Bring it back. Sometimes you just try too hard. Okay. full backswing crank up, trying to feel like I can get my back arched all the way back. And then once I'm there, start bending it the other way. Feel the effects in the feet through all that. Easy one. Back twisting all over the place. So, last week was a little bit of setup, more knee bend, taller with the chest out and head down. Those pieces are big. All the way up, soft arms, arch the back, feeling it in my feet. As I try and get the next arch, still feeling it in my feet. Flying elbows. And I never actually drive into that. I always end up flaring that arm out. Oh, 12 into out. That's an awful view from there. That is one awful spinner. 17 into out. And 17 into out. 2. 7 degrees right there, 24-degree difference.
Cashback on groceries, 3% on restaurant orders, 3% on entertainment, and 1% on all other purchases. Earn cashback with the new Cashback World Elite MasterCard.
Whew. feel a little more hips forward, hands forward. Make it feel like the ball's back, but it's not. Not the best.